right, hello everybody. So now today is the real day for our live video. So yesterday I did, in case you missed it, I did a secret box opening, and I'll show you the fabric that we did for that. But for those of you who are freaking out thinking, oh my gosh, did I miss the video? You didn't miss it, it's today. So here we are, made it through another day, a freezing cold day. Actually freezing cold night. The sun was pretty warm today. It felt good. I sat outside on my lunch and enjoyed the sunshine, got my vitamin D, so that was nice. So,
Melissa.
hi Paula, hi Melissa, we haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. Was she here last time? So,
She was just in the shop.
oh, well, I didn't see her. Well, welcome everybody. Today we have a lot of fabric, a lot of exciting fabric. You can see the excitement in my face. You could see it yesterday. So we have a lot to show you, so it might be kind of a long show. So I hope you have your cup of hot chocolate, glass of wine, your soda, your coffee, whatever, little munchies, and here we go. Cinda, Janine, we have your fabric. Penny, you were just here. Rose.
Maxine.
Oh, hi Maxine.
Bonnie Barber.
Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie. Oh, hey Jeff. How's Tracy?
Rebecca.
All right, Rebecca. We got lots of people on today. Yay. All right, so we're going to start with basics that we got.
Build up to them.
We'll build up to the fun stuff. I'm saving the fun stuff for last. So the basics, we have a Swiss dot that's a white, but it's kind of a maybe a little off-white background with a black dot. So these are linear, so if you're one of those people who this drives you crazy, this isn't for you. But this is a super popular basic dot, you know, the black on white. And I believe we have the reverse as well, white on black. But this is by Riley Blake, and just search Swiss dot and a whole bunch of them will come up. So that'll be up on the color wall. And then we have spotted. So this line, we really like this line. It has such good texture to it. Most of them are kind of a tone on tone texture. So these two are new colors for us. So we have lemon, which is kind of a goldy yellow color, and then charcoal. And charcoal, if you're familiar with Kona charcoal, it kind of looks the same. Its tone on tone is, you've got kind of a little light gray texture going on there. But we have probably the full range of colors, all the colors in the rainbow of spotted. So these are just adding to that, filling in some holes in there. Okay, and then we have more white on white. But these are open stars. I think we've probably had these before, something very similar to it. So great for patriotic, also good for Christmas things or kids, quilts. And then we have blossoms in the color red. We already had barn red. This is kind of a little bit brighter red. So both of these are in the color wall. They're all in basics. Currently they're all in all the new stuff. So just a few, you know, blenders to throw in there to kind of fill in where we might be missing. And now the pretties. So this, some of you may recognize this. We've had this before. We might have had it in a different color. But this one is called Blue Princess and Unicorns. And as you can see, it is princesses riding unicorns and pulling unicorns. And it has a little bit of silver metallic in it. So this makes it kind of fun for the little ones. This would make a great pillowcase. And if you're looking for something to go with it, we have this pretty pink shimmer. This piece has imperfections, so we'll show you the pretty part. And it has just a little bit of metallic in it, also kind of a silver metallic. If you're familiar with Fairy Frost, it's very similar to that, maybe just a little less metallic. But this metallic goes perfectly with the princesses. And so if you look up the princesses, the metallic is linked up with that. But you could also pull in the purple or even the blue to go with it if your little one isn't a huge fan of pink. Okay, so that's Blue Princess and Pink Shimmer. These are both timeless treasures. If you're searching for it, search Blue Princess and it will come up. You could probably type unicorn and it'll probably come up too. The little frog is cute. Little frog prince in the carriage. Got to kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. Okay, a lot of you are going to be excited about this. So this is not new Kaffe, but it's new colors to us. So you'll recognize a lot of the different fabrics in here. In fact, a couple of them are in our washi tape, the Quilt Sampler Magazine quilt. But all of these are new colors to us. So we've got the really fun black and white stripe. This would make great binding, cool sashing, or if you're familiar with the orange dot quilts, beads on a string, the little skinny pieces in between all of your blocks. Excellent for that. I don't know the names of all of them, but I do know some of them. This is Busy Lizzie. So this is the green version. We already had it in blue in washi tape. So we've got kind of a grass green as the background for that. And this is Mosaic Circles. We already had it with a white background and a pink background, which is in our sampler. But this is the black background. And look how beautifully these all go together. Very nice. And then fans. These are in some of the, calmer pastel colors. But look at, these all go great. All of Kaffe always goes together so well. And then this is Millefiori. So we've had this in multiple colors. Open this out so you can kind of see it. I think we currently have it in gray. We probably have it in something else. A green maybe. But you can just pull so many different colors out of here. You've got the blue and the green, and you've got purple, and you've got the different shades of pink. So many fun things that you can do with this. And a lot of the times, you cut it up and it just becomes color. But lots of good texture in those. And this happens to say it's Amaryllis, which I know we have in another colorway currently. These are great for fussy cutting. If you do any of those, the raw edge applique type things, the Jean Impey ones, these are great to cut out and, stitch all around the outsides of them, or the Laura Heine collage appliques. So these are fun for that. So again, none of these are new patterns, they're just all new colors for us. I don't know the name of this guy, but he goes well with some of the other kind of those ochre. The colorway is called ochre, and it goes along with some of the other ones that we already have. And this is Paperweight, which we've got in probably like 8 other colors. We have quite a few. We have purples and pinks and grays and all sorts of things. So this is kind of more of an olive green background, and then a lighter green on top of that for the other pieces.
It's actually called algae.
Oh, algae, lovely. We'll
know.
go with olive.
Yeah.
Green olive. And then fans again, and I think we've had this color before, but maybe it was quite some time ago. But it's got your reds and your oranges and your pinks, the fuchsia and the purple and the green. So it goes with just so many of his other pieces. And then I believe, I don't know what those, poppies maybe? They might be poppies in different colors. And I know we have this in another colorway as well. So again, these are all Kaffe. None of them are new, none of them are the new designs. They're just new to us colors. So just trying to fill in some of that Kaffe. I know he's pretty popular. So these will all be under all the new stuff, and as well as in the Kaffe category that we have separate from everything else, if you're looking for those. All right, moving on to batiks. So you may recognize the Sunset Plumes, and then next to it we have Floralicious. So the Sunset Plumes, these 4 we already had, and then we got in this color here. I think it's called Lagoon, medium Lagoon. These are by Island Batik, and we already had the 2.5-inch strips, but we got in the 10-inch squares that go with it. Goes that way. But these are such pretty colors. They're really good kind of fall colors, or more toned down jewel tone type colors, something a little bit more muted. I actually really like these colors. They're not too close to fall to actually be fall, but stop laughing at me. I like these colors. Maybe not so much the orange, but these all in here I really like. So It'd be super exciting to make something out of those. So anyways, precuts is what's new. And then the 1 bolt of fabric. And then Floralicious, now this is also Island Batik, and we also already had all of the fabric, and these are more spring colors, but what's new are the 2.5-inch strips and the 10-inch squares. And so for all of these precuts, they all include 40 pieces and 20 designs. So there are repeats. So essentially this is, 20 pieces, and it's all a different piece, and then it's just duplicated next to it. And then the 10 squares, you'll have 2 of each design as well. A really pretty line. It's kind of bright. It reminds me of like sunset, some of these colors in here. Looking forward to using some of these, and we actually got in some new patterns that these would be really good with. Okay, so that was Sunset Plumes and Floralicious. Both of them can be found under Batiks and all the new stuff. Okay, now, yay! Norma Rose. So I did a box opening video yesterday. It was a secret box opening video. There was nobody else in the shop. I did it all on my own because I have been waiting for this fabric forever, since May when we ordered it. I love Natalie Barnes, and she is the designer for her company Beyond the Reef, and she designs for Wyndham Fabrics. And you may recognize some of these fabrics that we already had, and we had other ones that are, that we've already sold. But this is also Natalie Barnes. So I think these are all called Homemade, and one of them is called Homemaker, something like that. But I've linked them all with Norma Rose, so you'll be able to find them all. So all of her colors kind of all blend well together, kind of like the Cafe, they just kind of follow the same types of colorways. So you'll be able to mix and match between all the different lines. So this was what we had existing. This is what's new. So we'll show you kind of the main attractions and then all the go withs. So there is a story behind Norma Rose, and I don't know it completely, but I believe that Norma Rose is Natalie's mother's name. And so this is my favorite. So we've had, this is kind of typical of Natalie's style. Most of the other fabrics, all of the roses, this kind of sketched floral is predominant in her line, and this is what I love. I just love, it's floral, but it's not old-fashioned. It's more modern. It's not wallpaper. So this is what I really like, and in all the different colors, and you can see the little pop of kind of that purpley hot pink in there. Just gives it a little oomph. But I love her fabrics. So this is kind of one of the main ones, and then we have this one here, and you'll notice the writing behind it. And I don't know what the color is coming out here, but it's kind of a teal with like a lime green, citrus green on top of it. So those are the 2 florals, and then we have all of the companion fabrics. So we've got these kind of sketch, these 2 sketched ones. So we've got magenta and teal. So these would be, good borders and sashings, and, to go around to do a sashing around your flowers that you fussy cut. And then these 2 are neat because they actually have recipes on them. You can't really read it. I don't know if you can focus in on there. But this is kind of an off-white background with a kind of a medium gray, and I guess this is black or really, really dark charcoal gray writing. And then it's also in this darker teal with the lime green writing on it. So it's kind of fun. Like some of it you can see it says Italian meatballs, and then there is, I don't know, something about olive oil and cheesecake, and so just kind of fun things. So I'm assuming that, they're like family recipe type things that have been handed down and whatnot. So it's kind of a lot of fun. But again, good background, and by the time you cut it up, it just becomes color. I actually have a lot of ideas for these. And then we've got this little little flower. So it's the same flower that's in some of these, these other designs, but it's kind of a white background and then little gray dots and kind of distressing on there, and then the little tiny flower on there. And this one is birds, and I think it's ginkgo leaves. I would have to look it up. They look like fans, but I'm pretty sure that they're ginkgo leaves. So again, kind of maybe a busy background, but if you put it with something, very calming, then it'd be a lot of fun. So we saw this made up, well, not the actual quilt, but so Posh Penelope, and then we saw it as a table runner. I don't know if you can zoom in and see that at all. This is difficult to,
really.
It was difficult to print this off the computer, but this one here, so we got all of the fabrics needed to make the runner in this colorway. And it's just, blocks from the Posh Penelope quilt, which uses the quick curve ruler, which is there, which of course is Mom's favorite thing. So you might see this as a sample in the shop in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
I think it just takes fat quarters. Maybe it's half yards. But anyways, we have all the fabrics to make that runner. Yes. So anyways, so this is all Norma Rose. So if you just search Norma Rose, you'll find it in there. They're all linked together. So you just click on one and you'll see on the bottom suggested, and it's all of the other ones, including the ones that we had existing. So, because they all kind of go together. The hot pink goes beautifully with this one. And with, well, yes, but it also goes with the floral because it has the pink in there. But as far as existing, how fun is that? Okay, so that's Norma Rose. And that is all of the fabric that we have today, but we did get some new patterns. So I was talking earlier about the strips that we had gotten, the batik strips. So we got a bunch of Cozy Quilt Designs patterns in. And actually these two, Head Over Heels and Lotus Blossom, both use 2.5-inch strips, and then Pop-Ups uses fat quarters. So they call them Strip Club and then Fat Quarters Anonymous. But I think that this guy would look great in Lotus Blossom. Very pretty, very bright. Would look great in Head Over Heels as well. But I know Lotus Blossom uses well, you don't have to use it. They also have a template, or you can use a different ruler, but the strip tube ruler, which is unique to Cozy Quilt. This is their, specific design. But you may remember from, I think 2 weeks ago, we got 2 books by Cozy Quilt Design, all runners, and, like mini projects. So we,
No, they want one.
yes.
It was just their favorite.
Oh, Best of Cozy, but then what was the other one? Oh, Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
And it's all projects. But some of them use the strip tube ruler. But we just like the Cozy Quilt Designs because they always are, pretty simple. They use up your precuts. So I know you've got, rolls of jelly rolls back there, and you've got stacks of, 10-inch squares and 5-inch squares, and these are all perfect for using up your precuts. And if you just need to make something that's fairly quick, but looks a little bit more complicated, then the Cozy Quilt Designs are really good for that. We like them a lot. And then the other pattern that we got is called Unzipped. And this is fat quarter friendly, but we also think it would be good for like t-shirt quilts. So I think it, in all of these larger squares here, it'd be good if you've got to cut up a t-shirt. This would make a really nice design for that. It takes kind of the guesswork out of how big do I have to cut everything. This, just kind of tells you, and then you just pair your stuff with some nice fabrics. Or if you have something like this, that is a large focus fabric. This would make great, or like the cape, something that has a really large print in it that you kind of want to show off. So like the throw takes 6 fat quarters, the twin 10 fat quarters. So if you've got a fat quarter stack at home that you've been waiting to get into, this would be a really good quilt to make with those. Okay, do you have any questions, comments on
Nope.
on any of this?
People are just watching.
People are just watching, just enjoying. All right. Okay, well, how about we show you a quilt? So this, we've actually had it for, we've had the pattern before, and we kind of were sitting on this. We were going to make it, didn't make it, and then we decided, let's just do it. So this is called Suburban Skies, and we did it using the Prism line of fabric by Juicy Juice for Andover Fabrics, which is a very modern line of fabric, but it looks so cool in here. And you may notice spotted as our background. I don't know how well you can be able to see.
Yeah.
Back up. Do you want me to back up more?
We're good.
Okay. So I must say that I really enjoyed making this quilt. It was a different way of piecing, and looking at the pattern, it seems more complicated than it is. But this is, you know, and I told my mom, and I told Dolores, and I've told other people, you know, you get tired of doing quilts that are the same thing. You know, you feel like you're just doing block after block after block. This was a different way of putting it together, and I really enjoyed it. So this is the first one I really enjoyed putting together without getting bored with it. It just kind of was, it was a fun way to do things, and you have to stay organized. Organization is key. You have to label everything. Together just so simply, so beautifully, and think of all the different kinds of fabrics you could use in here. You know, a lot of the pieces do stay big, so you'd be able to really show off some of those. And you know, the Norma Rose that we just got, those gray, the whites with the gray, they would be great for the sashing because it's a whole big piece of sashing. So you'd really get to see some of those, you know, pretty designs that are in there. So we will have, we don't have the patterns yet. They are en route. I'm hoping to get them tomorrow or Friday, but they'll be here soon. But it's called Suburban Skies. I believe there's only one size, and it's big. It's 50 something by I think 73. So size, or a very large for a tall person throw. Let's see, I took it out. 60 by 72 is what it finished out. It takes just 30 yards, and then the background fabric. So, and again, if you just stay organized, it's a really easy quilt to put together. And like I said, I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to do. So this will get quilted and hung eventually. But we like sharing projects, especially ones that we enjoy doing, because we know that you'll enjoy doing them. Okay, and I guess the last thing, I think I went quickly. We have one more opening in the Nebula block of the month. So if you were, you know, sad that you were missing out on it, seeing us, you know, show all these things, if you are still interested in doing the block of the month, it starts in January. It's $30 a month, and it runs for 10 months. 10 months, yeah. And this is what you make. And the kit includes all of the fabrics to make a queen size top. I believe it includes binding fabric. And it's all Tula pink fabric, and it's designed by Jaybird Quilts. So you'll get the fabrics that you need for every month plus the pattern. So if you're interested in that, we do have the sign up online. It is $30 to sign up. And then we'll bill you, you know, every month after that, you know, starting in February. Or you can give us a call here in the store or email us, and it's going to be first come, first serve. So if you really want it, I would jump online and grab it. I think that's it, unless there's anything else. And we will have, if you're not, you know, not wanting to do the whole kit, you want to do it, you know, not in Tula Pink, you want to do it in something else, your own fabrics. We will have the patterns for sale starting in January. So if you just want to, you know, do it on your own, but it is 50 million fat eighths, 74 or 75 or something like that, 76. Yeah, and it's 10 months long, $30. well, the block of the month is $30 a month, and it's 10 months long, but the pattern, I believe, is just $30 itself. And again, we'll have just the pattern available in January, and a class. Hopefully, it may end up being a Zoom class. We don't know yet. We shall see. Okay, so if there's no further questions, comments, or any other announcements that we need to make, I don't know. Nothing else is going on. Thank you guys who continue to come in to the store and shop. We definitely appreciate that. It's getting towards the holidays, so you need to be working on your holiday projects. We still have plenty of Christmas fabric. We have all that blue and white, so if you're looking to do a Hanukkah project, we have a lot of blue and white that doesn't necessarily say Christmas, it just says winter. So there's that, or winter to extend into January, so you don't have to take your stuff down day after Christmas like I do. Plus all the fall, we still have fall fabrics for that, holiday that's in between now and Christmas. It's my favorite meal of the year. My mom doesn't like any part of it. Not a single bit of it. I, on the other hand, love every single thing about it. So anyways, I guess that's it. Stay warm, stay out of the wind, stay safe, and we'll see you when you come in to get all this beautiful fabric. Have a great day.